Hey, Dimitri. So I really like where we're going with the Paltech homeworld concept here. I definitely enjoy. I think the we've got some of like this interesting ring that's starting to happen here. I like that it's got a bit of that like kind of just techno noise. So nice job on that. Um, and I think some other things that I'm enjoying is I think these are some like green bits maybe here. I can't quite tell through the atmosphere. We've got a lot of it's very overcast here right now. So but I think that's some honorable mentions there. I'm also enjoying that I'm starting to see some of the let's see here, new layer. Where'd my new layer go? There you are. Hello, new layer. Yes, I'm also enjoying that I'm starting to see a little bit more kind of like texture in this space, which is cool. I think part of what I'm looking for, and this is also with the last revision, right? Like, I think we're still maybe vertically a little too small, in terms of scale. I'm looking for, I think in my mind, Paltech is a full machine, like, operated and built planet, right, to some degree. I mean, all the people that live there and whatnot. So thank you for incorporating some of these other nice bits of and interesting geometry. I think the other thing that I'm kind of missing here is that when we get really flat in this space, and like we have this cool like habitat, which is cool here. I'm kind of starting to see it down here a little bit, but I think we need to design that a little bit. So I did a couple just bits of exploration here. So a couple feet. I'll post this for you as well. So I like that you've got this kind of white star, and that it's basically also like illuminating the side of the atmosphere of the planet itself, which is pretty cool. Why don't we try some exotic colors? I was like maybe a violet spectrum or something like just to create a more alien. Could still be yellow as well, because in the game, right, like we have these really nice shots of those tiled pieces where the planet's very, it's our concept, but it's very yellow. So I thought maybe we can let's see a couple just color tests there. Canals and the water are looking much better. I enjoy the shading that you've got going on here, by the way. This is really good stuff. Looking a little less icy. I think in some ways, I think we can break up the cloud layers a little bit more, just to give them a little more patchiness, because right now it's this whole sort of like this whole sphere here, right? And all right, I think that was some feedback there. So really enjoying the projector with the Paltech logo. So also maybe there's an opportunity for us to, like, I don't know, geo orbit or put together like a space elevator or something. Could be another thing, another space elevator of sorts. So I did a couple explorations. Couple things that I didn't see too much of is it would be nice if we could do get a bit more texture for some of the it's like Central Park, right? When you're looking at it's like Central Park in New York City type of thing. Actually, let me pause that real quick. Let me take a look here. I don't even. We're not going to go to Notepad for that. We're not going to Darius Burst Chronicles either. Jeez. We're not going to there. There we go. Let's see here. New York Central Park from space. Let's take a look at this. Let me take a look here. I don't even know if that. Okay. I was just curious. Now, like obviously that's a thing. Let me take a look. We got anything better here? From Central Park from orbit. Yeah, these shots are not. Just let's just see if there's something out there. But I think the main point is that I'm kind of looking for, we've got all of this like this urban, like we have this sprawling megacity, and then we have these like man-made like preservation for the elites, right, to have their like central parks. But anyways, that was kind of what I was getting to here. It also gives us an opportunity to add maybe just a little bit more green, not a ton, but a little bit more green there. A couple other little bits here were that this was just a very rough concept of like, hey, let me ideate around a space elevator, and I kind of enjoy both this interesting, like it's futuristic, it's trying to do something in conjunction with the planet itself. And I also like these weird orbital rings. These don't necessarily need to be attached to the planet, but maybe there's a way for us to have a bit more of a central piece. And it doesn't have to be this scale and size, of course. But that was kind of like what I was starting to think about here, right? If I were to, I don't know, take this guy, just do the thing, hello thing. Oh, no, it's close enough. And maybe I don't have a complete solve for this, but in perspective, this is why I'm not the artist. But like maybe it's it's one of those things where I like it. It shouldn't probably stick out, but then again, I also understand like once we have the planet, we'll need to rotate it to kind of figure out the right shot that we want to have here. But maybe we could, just play around a little bit and see if there's a way to, I don't know, incorporate like a mega structure that comes off the planet itself. I just want to suggest something cool and big and epic and sci-fi that is, and I think having a very easy mode of transportation to get off the planet, that is clearly breaking the horizon a little bit, and maybe it can be tied to the Paltech like synthetic moon, right? Like, or whatever. So I don't know, just food for thought. I'm not super sold on it, but I feel like we can push a little bit more in terms of like our big structures, right? And we don't have to have a crazy amount of detail because I know you're trying to still achieve scale, right? And if you make everything big, then the scale of the planet isn't quite the same thing. So I get that too. So I did a little bit more exploration here too. This is kind of along the same lines, right? I don't know what this is, but it's so big that it dominates and draws my eye to to some kind of advanced, kind of almost like alien. Like by the time you build something at this scale for the world, like you've definitely harnessed some advanced technologies, right? So maybe just play around with it a little bit. But I also, I like the elements of the city, right? Like especially in the dark side of the city where we have this is more detailing in when we do the final shading and whatnot. But again, we have this kind of like this verticality that I want to see if we can just humor me a little bit and see if there's a way that we can maybe work in, something along these lines. But also, like these big screens are kind of interesting, right? Like, so I know that, again, this is kind of getting into the details, but I think in general, what I'm missing is, like here it's lit this way, right? So you get the brighter bits in the shading of the buildings, but yeah, just maybe getting a couple more things that it doesn't have to be the whole planet itself, but it kind of increases the verticality of I think the way we wind up looking at the planet. And I think that's it. We're making good progress. I know it's tough because we're trying to find our own way and trying to find the right level of detail. We're just gonna keep working on it. Looking forward to us having our sync this coming Sunday, and I will get this on the Trello board for you now. And I will talk to you soon. To everyone else out there watching and following along the channel and just providing feedback and questions and wanting to play test the next versions that we got coming up, thank you very much. This wouldn't be what it is without our fans and people that have really been enjoying the game. And we'll see you all next time.